Welcome to the Learn to Code monthly series. This is our fourth video. In this video, I'll be talking about what is programming. Now, this article can be found on my website, and I talk about why we program, and I also will be using this article where I talk about the various programming languages. Now, what is programming? Programming is really a way of just giving the computer information about how the computer should perform a particular task. Now, there's no way you can talk about what programming is without understanding the concept of an algorithm. Now, if you come to the Learn to Code monthly series playlist, I have already introduced the concept of an algorithm, so I will not go over it again. Now, you cannot talk about algorithms without later on inferring that at some point in time you need to convert your algorithm into a program, and to do that you need to use a programming language. So the question is, what is a programming language? And here we have the various levels of abstraction, but where programming languages become interesting is at this level where you have Python, Java, and JavaScript. And what a programming language does is basically it's a language that the computer understands, and the computer can then follow the instructions you encode in that computer programming language. A very popular question among people is, which programming language should they learn first? And the correct answer is, it depends on what you want to do. But I always tell people that you have to also be sure that you have a flair for it. And that is the reason why I started with the Python programming language. Now, why Python? Python is simple, it's versatile, and it has a very large community. And that is why I always tell people, if you're serious about starting programming, first find out if you have a flair for it. Now, what is the purpose of programming? The purpose of programming is to really eliminate a human being from a task. So what we want to do is we want to automate the task, and to do that we have to remove the human being from the entire task. So while the Learn to Code monthly series is about programming, for the sake of full disclosure, I will talk about a trend that I feel in the years to come will be very massive, and that is no-code tools. No-code tools are products that allow you create an application without writing a line of code. A big example of a no-code tool is Webflow. Now, Webflow is used to build websites faster without coding, and it's used by companies like Facebook, NASA, CBS, Twitter, Dell. You build production ready experiences without coding. Now let's come down to the bottom of the page. Now, of course, it says made in Webflow, and it compares itself with WordPress. This blog is a WordPress blog. I built it myself, but you can also do the same thing using Webflow. The only drawback is this: there is no free lunch anywhere. So if you are using a tool like Webflow, you're going to have to pay for it in pricing. And yes, they'll tell you, yes, try free forever, no credit card. But when you want to deploy your app to get rid of the restrictions they've placed on your account, you get to meet this kind of charges. And this is basic, this is CMS, this is business. And you then see that it's kind of a drawback to have this hanging around your neck. With WordPress, you're better off because you have absolute control of the entire process. And for me, that is even the reason why you should learn how to code. You should learn how to code because at the end of the day, you want to control your entire process. you want to be in charge of the apps you build. We're gradually moving into a future where computers will be everywhere. I think it will be best if you meet that future being able to code. Thank you very much. In our next video for this series, we will start writing code and we will be looking at inputs and outputs.